right. Hi there, everyone. These are your hostesses with the mostesses of Obscure Orations. I'm Taylor. This is
Hi,
Dana.
hi there.
So, in this little clip, we're actually going to talk about how we came up with the name Obscure Orations because I'm sure people are going to be sitting there going, what the hell? It's a weird name. And I mean, to start with, that wasn't our original name. We had thought about doing something like Twisted Talk because my mom had actually come up with it. I'm like, yeah, we really like that. Turns out there's some other people who also like that name. So then we started playing around with it. And so for anyone who doesn't know, I'm going to give like the general definitions. First off, of obscure, not discovered or known about, uncertain. His origins and parentage were obscured. So anything that's kind of like little known about, which is pretty well what Dana and I are in the niche market of, where I'm like, I have this shiny little pebble of knowledge. It is useless in anything else, but I shall hand it to you and give it to you as a gift.
I myself am a fountain of useless information.
Oh, same. There's so many times it's like, okay, here's an indication of like some random little tidbit that I just learned this week. Those curly pasta noodles, I can't like, they're called like carnivali or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
They're those. I don't know if you knew, but I didn't. They were originally called Scooby Doo noodles.
Shut up.
And there's no legit reason for it because I Googled it because one of my friends at work told me, she was like, oh, you're having Scooby Doo noodles. My other friend and I looked at each other. The other one piped in. She's like, oh, yeah, you are. Like, what the fuck are you two talking about? They're Scooby Doo noodles. Like, these are not in the shape of Scooby and the gang. And they're like, no, we don't know why they were called that. So I Googled it. Turns out it was just there was a defect in the die that was cutting out the noodles. It fucked them up, and they were like, we shall name them Scooby. So they
You
are
know
your
that
noodles.
that's not heartwarming because that's my nickname.
I was just gonna your
my
nickname is Scooby, and you're like, no.
my grandpa called me Scooby from like an infant, like 2, 3 years old. Like, it's not comforting to know that
You were
I'm a noodle
nicknamed
that was
after a noodle.
defective.
You're a defective noodle. That's fucking fantastic. So,
Okay.
so that's where we got the obscure from because we both have little random facts like that. Now, for the oration aspect of it, that actually gets thanks to, and I get to give her a shout out on this, to my friend Sonia, who had sent me a screenshot of
Hi,
something.
Sonia.
Hi. And she had a conversation with someone, and they were like, "Oh, thank you for orating with me today." And I sat there, and I'm like, "Oh, I like that. I like that a lot." I'm like, I haven't heard that in so long. So the original word for orating comes from the Roman or Latin word orate or orator. So it was someone who would get up in front of the basically like the I was going to say Democratic Party essentially, and they would talk through their situation. So they were public speakers, and that's what kind of gave me the idea where I'm like, oh, obscure orations. I'm like, oh, I like this. I like this because it's weird. 100%. I know I like this because it's weird.
And yeah, when we were talking to friends and family about the name, absolutely, we got backlash. Nobody's going to know what that means.
Yep.
Like, nothing like thinking that everybody on the face of the planet but yourself is dumb. We figure somebody out there's got to know what oration is, right? It's to talk,
Mm-hmm.
to talk. And what is a podcast? You talk. So it fits.
I was saying, for one, I'm glad that we went with it. I say, screw you, naysayers, because I know even one of my mom's friends, when I first said it to her, she's like, I don't know how I feel about that name. And then I said it a few more times, and then before she was leaving, she's like, you know what? She's like, I don't know if I'm just like overthinking it or something, but she's like, that name's grown on me in the past 5 minutes. She's like, I really like that. She's like, that's right, you do. And now you want to come and listen to us, don't you? Because Because yes, you do.
Because yes, you do.
Who doesn't want to listen to these awesome voices?
So a lot of our podcast topics are going to be like weird, wonderful, off-kilter things that normal people really don't discuss. And that's okay, because I'd never claimed to be normal at any point. I know Taylor isn't.
Fully right there, like, no, hey.
This is why we're friends.
Yeah. Like, hey, she's right. Hey. Oh, friendly fire. Oh, friendly fire. That, yeah.
So what we usually do is we usually ask our listeners to email us, to give us suggestions, like something you guys want to hear. You want to hear us talk about. We research a lot of our stuff, so it's not going to be just like air babble. We will have some sort of knowledge to what we're talking about. So you can email us at
obscureorations@gmail.com. And
Yay.
we have, I would say, if you go into our link trees or into our any of our links that we have across all of our social medias, you'll be able to find email addresses added. So you can message us on email, you can message us on TikTok, on all the other social medias. Yes, Insta, X, all those kind of things. And we love to hear from you. Like, even if you're an indie author and you want to be on the podcast, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'd love to have you on. Again, random people, random things. Come on. Let's hear it.
Yeah, even if you're a lover of the weird, send us a message. Say, oh man, I want to be on your show. Because we want to talk to you. We want to hear what you love that's weird. Maybe we love it too.
We probably do.
Probably.
So that's what we had to inform you guys of for this. We look forward to starting the podcast this weekend. I know I'm excited.
Yay! Me too.
So we look forward to seeing you guys on this Sunday.
See you Sunday.